because last week is so fun. So we're in the tiny kitchen, and this week we are going to try some champagne, champagne, bubbles, whatever you wish to call it, to get us going before our wonderful cooking session here. So pull up a seat. Okay, maybe you've had champagne, maybe you've opened champagne before and it's not a big deal, but some of you out there may not have. So you got this little twisty thingy, wiry thing here. You just want to undo that baby, pull off the little wire cage there, and then you got this cork. What I like to do is just twist, and then it'll naturally almost come off itself. You just want to hold on to it so it doesn't fly out and hit the camera person in the eye. Here we go. Look at that. It's that easy. There you go. There's the cork. And then, of course, when you're pouring champagne, you just want to kind of tip the glass, because otherwise it's just going to come out all bubbles. So there we go. Look at that pour. And then we have our second pour for who? Our wonderful camera person, editor, cinematographer, director. Here's to you. Okay, now that we've had some champagne to get us going a little bit, this is what we're going to do today. We are doing something that I saw on a Netflix cooking show. It's called Nadia's Time to Eat, and she made something called an egg roll. And it blew my mind because it was so easy, hiding in plain sight. You probably have all these ingredients in your kitchen. So basically what we have here today, you have 10-inch tortillas, you have eggs. Really, these are the only two ingredients you need. Of course, you can put anything into these that you want. So today we're doing shallots. I think I might throw a little green onion in there. Speaking of green onion, I just wanted to share with you, I bet you didn't know this fun fact. When you have green onions, you can actually put them in a mason jar with some water and put them in a sunny windowsill, and they will continue to grow. So you just cut as you use. So that's a wonderful fun fact for you.
Woohoo!
So, these two ingredients are the base. From there, you can put in just about anything you want that sounds good. Anything in your fridge that you have left over. Today, we just happen to have a couple shallots, green onions, a little
cheese,
and some bacon. We're also going to show you a really easy way to cook bacon before we get into that. So in addition to all your ingredients, one other important step for this is your pan. You have to have a pan that's big enough that will fit one of these 10-inch tortillas. Okay, so one thing that we decided to put in our egg rolls tonight was bacon. I love bacon, and we usually have it in our fridge, so we're going to make it tonight and we're going to throw it in. So one trick about cooking bacon, so easy. A lot of people cook bacon in the pan. It sizzles, it sprays grease, hot grease everywhere. This method is so easy. You turn the oven to 400, and then you spread out a layer of tin foil, and you make kind of a little pool. So you can set the bacon in there, throw it in, and keep an eye on it. It's kind of hard to gauge, but probably like 10 to 15 minutes, you'll start to smell, the whole house will smell like bacon. If you're vegetarian right now, you might want to walk away for a little bit, take a bathroom break. All right, here we go. Set that baby for 10, and we'll come back and check it. Okay, so I went over all the ingredients. What we want to do now is prep the ingredients. Cut whatever we need to cut, chop whatever we need to chop, prep whatever we need to prep. So there's a French culinary term that is called mise en place, which means everything in its place. So we're gonna prep everything first, because actually this recipe goes really quick. So you wanna have everything prepped and ready to go. So this is this shallot. I love the shallot. I usually have 1 or 2 or 5 in the kitchen at all times because it's very versatile. It reminds me of the middle of like an onion and garlic. It's right in the middle there. It's a milder flavor, so you can put it in just about anything and it won't overpower if you're not an onion fan. So I'm going to show you how to chop. All right, so we got the shallot. I usually just chop off the 2 ends like so with a trusty chef knife. Be careful if you're not very experienced with a sharp knife. And then I just go in half like that, and then just peel off the outside papery piece there. Put that aside, and then the other piece here. Okay, so we have these 2 wonderfully gorgeous purple shallots there. So I like to dice these finely. So you just want
to give this the claw,
which means claw that thing so you don't cut your fingers off. And in order to dice that, you just want to slice tiny little slices throughout. And then you want to take your chef's knife like this and just put it on the cutting board and just go down like that. It's that easy. Okay, next we have our green onions. So we bought this at the supermarket. You've seen these 100 gazillion times. We are going to chop these up. So what I like to do, these tough, thick ends, I just like to discard. We don't need those. So again, here we go. We got the claw, whatever you're chopping there. And then you're just gonna chop away. Okay, so we've got plenty of green onions for what we're doing. So what we're gonna do with this, instead of throwing this out or wasting these, what we're gonna do is just, as I mentioned before, if you have a mason jar, glass, something that can hold some liquid, watch this. So look at that. We just threw these in. We just cut these. We're gonna eat these tonight, but this is the gift that keeps on giving. Throw this in the sunny windowsill, like I said before, and all of a sudden you're gonna see these little sprouts come up, and then you can just have green onions whenever your heart desires. Okay, we set our timer for about 10 minutes to check our bacon. How I can tell is the smell. Oh my God, bacon. So, fun fact too, this apron is a Baconator apron. These are actually little strips of bacon. Can you tell I love bacon? So we're gonna check it out right now. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, mama. Not quite. I like mine crispy, but it's there. It's smelling. It's good. Let's do this. Okay, next ingredient is 2 beaten eggs. We've got 1 egg in there. One thing about being in the kitchen is trying new things that you've never done before, that you want to try and you're intimidated by, but you just want to do it. I've never been able to do that fancy cracking 1 egg in one hand and just cracking it like that, like a boss. So I'm gonna try it. Here we go. Drum roll. Oh my God! I've never done that before in my life. All right, we got our eggs beaten. 2 eggs, 1 tortilla. That's what we're doing. All right, I can tell when bacon's done by smell, but I know most of you can't. So we're doing the eye test. Let's check it out. Oh my God. Yep, that looks done to me. Make sure you got your hot pad, of course. famous for getting a hot pad and just going. Okay, here we go. Look at that. As you can see, the little pool we made with the tin foil contains all the mess. We're gonna lift these out, throw them on paper towel, let them dry out, and then we're going to save the bacon grease because you can use that to cook later. Oh, quality control, bacon. Okay, so we got our mise en place. We have our shallots. We have our 2 beaten eggs. We got our burrito, tortilla, whatever you want to call it. Green onions, Gruyere cheese, and we got a hot pan on about medium. And then we're gonna put a little bit of oil in there, maybe a tablespoon or so. Just spread that around. Now, this is gonna be super intense. This is all gonna happen real quickly. So stay calm, folks. Take some breath of fresh air. Here we go. We got our eggs. I'm just gonna pour those bad boys in there. We're gonna swirl them around. Have you ever made an omelet? Because this is making an omelet right here. All right, so check it out. Eggs are going. Next step, grab the tortilla. Plop that baby down on top of the egg. And just kind of use your hand or a spatula. We want to be real safe here. Just kind of adhere it to the egg. That seems to be all set, adhered, married together. Now I have a major trick for you that you can wow your friends with if you're cooking brunch for them. Take a plate about the same size, put it down like that. Take the pan, put your other hand here. Oh my God, look at that. Whoa! All right, now we are going to put a little more oil, and then we're just gonna slide this baby off, get off of that into the pan. Look at that. So we got it tortilla side down, so that tortilla is gonna get all nice and crispy. Next step, take some of our shallots, sprinkle those on there. Of course, the bacon, I mean, come on. So the bacon goes on there. A little bit of these fresh green onions. Look at that color, man. Maybe some more bacon. How about the whole thing? No. No. Yes, no. All right, a little more bacon. And just to hold the whole thing together, just to tie the whole thing in, is some Gruyere cheese. All right. So at this point, we can put a cover on that to kind of steam the top or whatever. I'm just gonna leave it. All right. Let that. Okay, we're gonna take a little peek under the hood to see if our tortilla is brown and crispy. I think that's looking pretty good. All right. Now we're ready to, look at that. Those were just things we had in the fridge. And we're gonna do a little happy dance because I think it worked out. Happy dance because I think it worked out. We're gonna slide it onto the cutting board. Look at that beautiful artwork. There's one more amazing step that you haven't seen yet, but at this point, seasoned. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of kosher salt on there. I like a little of the spice pepper on there. I don't know what accent that was, but it felt good. All right, here we go. So once it's cooled down a little bit, because you don't want to burn your little fingers there, is just roll this bad boy up. And it is hot, and I'm burning my fingertips, but we just got to go with it. Oh my God. Okay. Did you see how fast and easy that was? So now we have this crispy tortilla on the outside, wonderful ingredients on the inside. The amazing thing about this is the mobility. Look at this. All So what we're gonna do here, in case you want to take this on a picnic, take a little foil, wrap that up, like so, like a little Christmas package, and you can go. Taking the baton. But we're not going anywhere, so we're just gonna eat it right here. Maybe just standing here in the kitchen while we dance. So I want you to see the inside of this because it's just amazing. If you really, really want to wow your friends at brunch, cut it on a diagonal, like so. Look at that. All right, I can't take this anymore. Here we go. Crispy on the outside. Bacon, egg, onion, shallots. Burning my mouth, but it's so good.